Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda. We're back with the Goodreads sci-fi books of the summer. So I'm going to go through and pick out my sci-fi books. You tell me what sci-fi books you think you want to read as I'm going through them. First, The Ferryman. Next, Chain Gang All-Stars. Next is Lightbringer, which is number 6 in Red Rising. I have read the first one. I will not be jumping into number 6 after reading number 1. However, I am reading number 2 because I liked it. Lords of Uncreation. This is number 3 in a series. I have not read the first 2. The Deep Sky. On Earth as It Is on Television. The Endless Vessel. The Archive Undying, which is number 1 in a series. The Surviving Sky, which is also number 1 on a series, and I had it on my want to read list. Translation State. Counterweight. The Road to Roswell, a novel. The Splinter in the Sky. My Name is Iris. Bridge. The Possibilities. Captured the Sun, which is book number 3 in a series. So, no, it says it's the conclusion of the trilogy. So, if you've been waiting on book 3, there you go. It's coming out. South, More Perfect, The Blighted Stars. This is book 1 in a new series. Emergent Properties, The Great Transition, Prophet, and Even If Everything Ends. So there aren't that many books on this list, so I just wanted to go through and tell you what they all were, because I realized that in the fantasy list, you didn't get to see all the books. You only got to see the ones that I had picked out for me. So those are all of the books on the new sci-fi books of summer. Now let's talk about what I'm thinking I want to read. The Surviving Sky is the only one that I already had on my want to read list. It is book 1. First of all, look at the cover. I cannot stop talking about the covers of some of these books. They are fantastic. Beautiful covers. I love the colors in this. The best. This Hindu prophecy-inspired debut science fantasy, follows a husband and wife racing to save their living city and their troubled marriage, high above a jungle world besieged by cataclysmic storms. That sounds awesome. Yes, that is a for sure yes. I already knew I wanted to read that. So we have The Ferryman. This is a riveting standalone novel about a group of survivors on a hidden island utopia where the truth isn't what it seems. A group of survivors on a hidden island. That sounds like Lost. So I don't know. This is going to go into the maybe category. I'm put it down here at the bottom. That's my maybe book. Chain Gang All-Stars. 2 top women gladiators fight for their freedom within a depraved prison system not so far removed from America's own. So it's exactly what it sounds like. The return of the gladiators, and prisoners are competing for the ultimate prize, their freedom. Okay, this is going also in the maybe column. I was going to just outright be like, nah, this doesn't sound like something that I would like. However, it says that it is a kaleidoscope, excoriating look. Excoriating. How do you say that word, and what in the world does it mean? At the American prison system's unholy alliance of systemic racism, unchecked capitalism, and mass incarceration, and a clear-eyed reckoning with what freedom in this country really means. So I'm leaving it in my maybe pile. I like that description and discussion of it at the end, so I don't want to automatically say no. Now, we have The Deep Sky. It's an enthralling sci-fi thriller debut about a mission into deep space that begins with a lethal explosion that leaves the survivors questioning the loyalty of the crew. They left Earth to save humanity. They'll have to save themselves first. Wow. Okay. I love we're going off into space to try to find a new place for us to live because Earth is dying. I like that premise in a sci-fi book. So I'm going to say yes. I'm going to leave it here. I also love the cover. It looks like one of those scratch art things where you've scratched the black part, and that's what's underneath that you're exposing. I think that looks really cool. Okay, on Earth as it is on television, number one, that automatically makes me think about that the prayer, on Earth as it is in heaven. Yes, as it is in heaven. And this is on Earth as it is on television. All right. First contact stories have never been as intoxicating and fun as Emily Jane's novel of the sudden arrival and equally sudden departure of spaceships above Earth. The arrival of spaceships can bring up a lot of questions. What does it mean that we're not alone? Why did aliens come here? Who knew beforehand? Where are the aliens going? They just left. That is so funny. In this debut novel, the fleeting presence of alien vessels and the certainty that humans are not alone in the universe spark intense uncertainty as to our place within it. So I think that would be funny. Like, that's the premise that you came up with of like, what if aliens showed up and we were like, oh my gosh, aliens are real, and then they just left. And we're like, wait, what happened? Why did they leave? So I think that would actually be kind of funny. I'm going to also put it in my maybe pile. So then we have the Endless Vessel. I'm not going to tell you to look at this cover because I'm not wild about it. Like, I don't know what it is about it that I don't like, but I don't like it. Anyway, combining the wonder of the Midnight Library, the inventiveness of Ready Player One, and the artistry of Cloud Atlas, this novel explores the way we're all connected and what can happen when we lose our capacity for joy. I have not read the Midnight Library, which I don't plan to because I have a weird issue with death like that, and I don't think that that's going to be the best for me. I loved Ready Player One. It was like being back in my childhood, but in an interactive way, and I loved it so much. And I've never read Cloud Atlas, so those do not impress me very much. I think I'm going to pass on this one. Oh, number one in a series, The Downworld Sequence is the name of the series. This is called The Archive Undying. I love the cover again. I'm not wild about the font that they used for the title, but that picture I love it. Okay. War machines and AI gods run amok in The Archive Undying. It's called mecha fiction, I guess because it has mechs in it. Mechanical things. When an AI dies, its city dies with it. When a city falls, it leaves a corpse behind. When that corpse runs off, only devotion can bring it back. What in the world? When the robotic god went mad, it destroyed everything it touched. It killed its priests, its cities, and all its wondrous works. But in its final death throes, the god brought one thing back to its favorite child, Sunai. So Sunai has walked the land like a ghost, unable to die, unable to age, and unable to forget the horrors he's seen. So I guess this is figuring out what comes next. It says, come get in the robot. I think I might be a no on this. All right, I'm going to say no. Translation state. I picked this. I mean, I think I might like this just from the title and from the cover. I think the cover is basic and simple, and I love the colors that they used. The mystery of a missing translator sets 3 lives on a collision course that will have a ripple effect across galaxies in this new novel by one of the masters of modern science fiction. Translation State is at once a sweeping space adventure and a brilliant exploration of how, in order to belong, we must first become. Wow, I like that, but not for the normal reasons that I like books. Okay, we're putting this high on the maybe. This is going, like, at the top of the maybe list. Y'all, I only have 2 yeses so far. Wow. Okay, counterweight. I'm already a little bit weirded out about this because of that eyeball at the end of that, whatever that is. Oh, wow. From one of South Korea's most revered sci-fi writers, an absorbing tale of corporate intrigue, political unrest, unsolved mysteries, and the havoc wreaked by one company's monomaniacal endeavor to build the world's first space elevator. Oh, I like this. Okay, I like that. I'm going to go with yes. We're going to keep that up here as a yes, even though, I already said I'm not wild about the cover. Speaking of covers, this right here makes me feel like this is going to be a goofy book. So let's see what it says. Oh, it's a romantic comedy about love, alien invasions, and the incredibly silly things people are willing to believe in, some of which may actually be true. And it has to do with Roswell. We took a trip to Roswell a couple of years ago, and this would have been like a really good book to read when you're going to Roswell. Anyway, I'm sure that they're going to start selling it in the Roswell, all the different shops that they have there that you can buy books. But I think I'm going to say no, although I never read science fiction romance. This is a maybe, but I'm going to put it at the bottom of the maybes. Okay, bottom of the maybes. Here we go. Oh, counterweight is a yes. The Splinter in the Sky. This is a very intriguing cover. I like the colors behind that. I guess that's the Splinter. I don't know. A diverse, exciting debut space opera about a young tea expert who is taken as a political prisoner and recruited to spy on government officials, a role that may empower her to win back her nation's independence. Perfect for fans of N.K. Jemisin and Nnedi Okorafor. Listen, I love both of them, so I'm going to go with yes. The whole spy thing sounds kind of cool, and Jemisin and Okorafor, I am yes on that. So, sure. My name is Iris. I also love a dystopian. That's what I should have said at the very beginning. If you give me a sci-fi dystopian book, I am almost always here. I would prefer for them to be adult dystopian. I know Wi-Fi dystopian is like the dystopian genre most of the time is YA. Did I say Wi-Fi? What is wrong with me? But I would like adult dystopian books. Okay, this is a literary dystopian novel set in a near-future America where mandatory identification wristbands make second-generation immigrants into second-class citizens. A powerful family saga. So, a Silicon Valley startup has launched a wrist wearable called The Band. Pitched as a convenient, eco-friendly tool to help track local utilities and replace driver's license and IDs, The Band is available only to those who can prove parental citizenship. Wow. Okay. Yes, thank you. Bridge. I don't know. This cover is making me think 80s, right? I'm automatically like, okay, that's some 80s stuff right there. A grieving daughter's search for her mother becomes a journey across alternate realities in Bridge, a wildly entertaining, reality-bending new thriller. It was a game they played. The other worlds, the other lives. It was a part of our mom's grand delusions. It wasn't real, unless it was. Wow. The fact that this is also a thriller, I'm not wild about the whole alternate realities. I'm not usually into all of that very much. So I think it's going to have to be a maybe, but it's going to be close to the top of the maybes. The Possibilities. A new mother ventures into parallel worlds to find her missing child in this mind-bending novel that turns the joys and anxiety of parenthood into an epic quest. I'm already going to say no. Number one, we have the parallel worlds. Number two, we have missing children or moms dealing with the children stuff, so I'm out. Next is South. It's a haunting and hallucinatory reimagining of life in a world under totalitarianism and an individual's quest for truth, agency, and understanding. I would like a word, a moment of applause for me to say all of those words correctly the first time through. Now, I still don't know what that means. I still don't know exactly what that means that we're doing. Okay. B is a journalist, travels to the South in an unnamed desert country for a mysterious mission to write a report about the recent strikes on an offshore oil rig. I really like this cover. Okay. I'm gonna say no. It doesn't sound, I'm gonna say no. Okay. More Perfect. A reimagining of the Greek myth of Eurydice and Orpheus. Do you think that's pronounced Eurydice? Because, my Arkansas brain again wants to say Eurydice. But I'm pretty sure that is not the Greek pronunciation of this word. Anyway, fans of Becky Chambers and William Gibson. I don't know who William Gibson is, but I like Becky Chambers. Using the myth of, oh my gosh, it's going to make me say it over and over, as a structure, this riveting science fiction novel is set in a near-future London, where it has become popular for folks to have a small implant that allows one's access to more robust social media experience directly as an augmented reality. However, the British government has taken oversight to this access to an extreme, slowly tilting toward a dystopian overreach, all in the name of safety. So this might be a good one to read with the band one. What was that one called? Did I say yes? I was going to read that one. My Name is Iris. Yes, with the band. That's right. Okay. So More Perfect, like a more perfect society maybe is what they're saying. I love I love the colors and the like splatter looking thing on this cover. I think it's very beautiful. It looks like an eyeball, of course, right? I do think it's weird that it has like a play button on the inside of it. Oh, I guess it's because this implant lets you go right into it. Okay. I'm saying yes. Aha. Number 1. The Devoured Worlds, number 1. The Blighted Stars. When a Spy, number 1, I'm in. When a Spy. And this cover. When a spy is stranded on a dead planet with her mortal enemy, she must first figure out how to survive before she can uncover the conspiracy that landed them both there in the first place. She's a revolutionary. Listen, I'm here. I'm in. Yes. Yes, yes. Emergent Properties. I like the title of this. I mean, the cover of this book. But when I first saw it, it took me a minute to go, okay, what is the name of this book? And then I figured it out. But yeah, I had to get my brain focused this way, up and down instead of left to right. Anyway, Emergent Properties is the touching adventure of an intrepid AI reporter hot on the heels of brewing corporate warfare. Oh, she is a Nebula Award-nominated author. Okay. State-of-the-art AI, Scorn, is nevertheless a parental disappointment. Okay. So I think I'm going to say no. Just the AI reporter going for corporate warfare, that's not really my cup of tea. The Great Transition. I don't love this cover. I love the cover, the actual picture of it. I don't love the way the title is on the cover. So I just don't. Okay. Also, is this person's name Nick Fuller Googans? Because I thought that said Goggins when I first read it. All right. For fans of Station 11, I mean, I want to be a fan of Station 11. I just haven't read it yet. So I pretend like I'm a fan of Station 11. And the Ministry for the Future. I don't know about this. This richly imaginative, immersive, and electrifyingly relevant climate utopia novel follows a family navigating a crisis, both personal and political, illuminating humanity's capacity for change. Okay. I'm going to say no. That was entirely too many words for me to read all of that. But it does say what happens after we save the world. So I'm still going to say no. I love the picture that they use. Those colors are my favorite, but Profit. Okay. Daring, surprising, and superbly plotted. This is a fresh, thrilling page turner from a dynamic new duo in genre fiction. Your happiest memory is their deadliest weapon. What? That sounds like a movie I would love to watch. Sci-fi, LGBT, mystery, adult, thriller. Yes, absolutely adult. That sounds, I don't know why I said adult a million times, but that definitely sounds like something I would like. So that's going to be a yes, even though I don't know how I feel about the cover. It's very one-colored. Okay, this is the last one. Even if everything ends again. I know that alliteration is the repetitive consonant sounds at the beginning. What's it called when it is vowels? Even if everything ends? Like, what is that called? That's not alliteration, is it? Because I thought that was only consonants. Don't tell anybody I have an English degree. Okay. Life goes on in the face of a climate crisis in this astonishing and unforgettable debut novel that follows 4 characters as they struggle to survive in a burning world. I love a dystopian thing, but I would like for dystopians, I like dystopians that are already done and then like the world has been destroyed and then we have to figure it out. I guess because this is currently happening as we're reading this book, it doesn't appeal to me as much. And I already have a huge list, so I'm going to say no. All right. So I have 1, 2, 3, 6 maybes and 8 yeses. Woo. Okay. This is going to be difficult. However, I will eventually probably read all of these, or I'll at least put them on my TBR if I don't get to them by the end of the summer. Otherwise, I'll be back here in August to tell you my thoughts on at least the 7 that are for sure on my yes, or the 8. The 8 on my yes pile. Let me know what you thought about these, which ones you want to read, which ones you're like, no, I don't care anything about those. Let me know if you have read any of these, if you got any early releases of any of these that you want to read. And otherwise, I will see you in August to talk about them. Thanks for watching. Bye.